What's up, everybody? It's J and J with Justin and Jordan. Two guests. Justin got the beats on, but we got two guests here. If you don't know them already, fuck it. Y'all could do a quick intro, but I'm pretty sure everybody knows who you are. We could start with you, D Money.
Damn, I have to introduce myself?
Why not? All you gotta say is what's up. I'm D Money.
Well, yeah, everybody knows who I am. I'm D Money, you feel me? That's it.
What block you be repping now? Because you don't live in Jersey no more.
Come on, we don't gotta get into all that. We don't gotta get into all that right now. But yeah. I live in the city now, but we don't gotta get into all that.
Type shit. Dave, what about you, bro? Quick little intro. I know you've been here a lot of times.
Yeah, what's going on, guys? This is like my 5th or 6th episode on J&J Pod. You know, we're chilling. It's Friday night. Tomorrow's gonna be 70 degrees. We're going to a Yankees game. Let's fucking cook, man.
I'm wearing the wrong jersey, I guess.
Let's have a good episode. Yeah, this guy's a fucking bandwagon.
I fuck with Ellie De La Cruz. Whoa. I don't want to hear bandwagon before we hop into the thing. I know there's certain people. We know two people who are like Ellie De La Cruz bandwagoners. But I've been known about Ellie since he was a prospect, before he even touched the major leagues. But I digress. Justin, talk to me. What we got going on, bro?
So today we got a lot of stuff going on. We got Damian Lillard injury. Shout out to him. Quick recovery.
I don't know if it's shout out.
Yeah, but I feel like he don't get
Prayers
talked
up.
about. But prayers up, yeah. Steph Curry injury, prayers up. Stephen A versus LeBron has been the talk the whole week. Josh Giddey and the Bulls, can't call him P. Giddey no more because he's turning up. Grizzlies fired head coach Taylor Jenkins out of nowhere. And is Dwight Howard the best Orlando Magic of all time?
I really want to start with the Taylor Jenkins thing because it just happened today. It was probably like, what, 12:30 or something when it came out. It was just about 12 o'clock and some change.
Yeah.
News drops everywhere. Sleeper app, Bleacher Report, Twitter, everywhere. Boom. Taylor Jenkins fired. 10 games before the playoffs, bro.
Crazy.
And I want to know how you guys feel because, yeah, a lot of people said, with MORANT healthy, the Grizzlies are locked for 50 wins. They're locked for the 2 seed every year, blah, 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 blah. You feel me? They held the 2 seed for a long time, and now, look, they're slipping. They're the 5 seed, barely above the play-in. I mean, my prediction's looking pretty good now. Past couple months, it looked kind of ugly, but I stood firm. They damn near close to the play-in. Dave, first off, your first impressions, bro. How did you feel to see that Taylor Jenkins got fired, bro? Because I thought it was ridiculous.
Well, I'll be honest. Bleacher Report does not work on my phone, so I didn't even know until like later on in the afternoon. It's kind of weird because to do it 10 games before the playoffs, I saw the comment underneath the emergency breaking news TikTok Justin made. The guy was sounding like a Grizzlies fan. And he was saying basically that there were 7-12 or 7-11 their last like 18 games or 8-11 last 18 games, and that the Taylor Jenkins is good for developing players and stuff like that. But now he's not really that championship coach. But I think to do it right before the playoffs is so dumb because it's like no matter who you bring in, they don't have enough time to establish a system or change things up before the playoffs. So it's kind of like you're just kind of killed your whole season. You killed the whole momentum of the season. I would just, as a Grizzlies fan, I would be completely unexcited for what's to come, no matter where you are in the playoffs. D?
Well, when I saw it earlier today, I was just kind of shocked, honestly, about it. Because, as you said, like, playoffs is about to come. And who's the assistant coach anyway, too?
Well, they just promoted some guy. Justin's name was Tom Illa something like that, right? Tom I will call him, right?
Tom I.
Yeah, I'm looking at the assistant coaches right now, and I see the guy you're talking about.
Tomas something, Ilya, whatever it is, right?
Isalo or something.
Isalo, like.
So he's
we don't know
we
don't know anything about him though. No head coaching experience or anything in the NBA.
But he's gonna be the new head coach now
for the last 10 games.
For the interim.
He's just an interim head coach. You feel me?
Yeah, probably for right now. But yeah, it's just kind of weird because I was talking to Jordan about it earlier, but I was just saying that I feel like MORANT kind of played like a role into them like not being that good this season because of his like injuries, So I was just kind of shocked about it. That's all.
Yeah, Justin. Look, man, I know you always more high on the Grizzlies than me. I'll let you go first before I even say anything.
I mean, in the video I made, and I was just like, if that was the direction they felt like going, I understand. but do that shit in the offseason.
100%.
Like, this is some shit where it's like, really? This is like the worst possible timing you could do this shit. And it's not like Taylor Jenkins is fucking David Black. It's not like that type of situation. Like, he's shown that he's a pretty good coach in this league. And a lot of the times, unfortunately, it's been like injuries that he don't get to showcase like the full talent of this team. You had Ja hurt you had the whole team hurt last year. Ja dealt with a lot of shit the year before. And then this year, Ja's been in and out the lineup. So it's like, it kind of sends a message like, yo, we don't really believe this year is our year to really do anything, because it's like 10 games left. We're the 5th seed. We're getting rid of our coach. We're making our assistant the new head coach for now. So I feel like it just sends a bad message. Like, if they did it in the summer, I probably would have been like, damn, I like Taylor Jenkins to let him go like that. But since they do it in the offseason, they kind of have a plan. So I'm like, all right. Because the Grizzlies, as a front office, they've been doing their thing in this decade at least. So I would have to trust what's going on. But to do it at this point in the season is a head scratcher.
I think I'm so sorry to cut you off.
No. I'm good. I'm done.
I was gonna say, I think it was stupid.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, if you're gonna fire your coach, do it in the start of the season. Let's say if you have a bad stretch in the beginning, like in the middle of November, do it all the way at All-Star break, as we saw the Bucks did last season. We've seen it before, like you said, David Blatt. Or finish your season out and then fire him in the offseason. When have we ever seen a coach get fired at the end of March? Ever? We saw Dwayne Casey win Coach of the Year and get fired in the summer.
Yeah.
Even he got the grace to get fired in the summer, you know? A lot of these guys get fired in the summer. Sometimes they get fired mid-season. But to fire a guy with less than 15 games left, you've already finished more than like 80% of the season, and you're firing your head coach going into the playoffs because what? Because of a poor run so far? You're in poor form? Every team goes into poor form once in a while besides, the Thunder this season. You think that the Cavs fans were wishing for their coach's head when they lost 4 in a row? No, they weren't. It happens, The Knicks, I'm not calling for Thibs to get fired. I'm glad he hasn't. I think it was an overreaction. Yeah, he's been there for a couple of years, but at the end of the day, stick to your guns. And if it really wasn't working, you thought it wasn't going to work, wait until next season. Well, before the next season even starts. See what you do in the playoffs. Because right now, like Justin said, you're waving the white flag. You just admitted, we give up. We have no intentions of doing anything in the playoffs. And as me and Justin has said, I don't know how you guys feel. Before he got fired, we didn't think the Grizzlies could beat too many teams in the West anyways in round 1 besides the Rockets. Now that he's fired, that doesn't change anything. It's not going to change the fact that Ja Morant's not healthy. Firing the coach isn't going to make Ja Morant healthy automatically. It's not going to bring him back to his all-NBA form, top 10 MVP finish form for these last 10 games. It's not going to make Jaren Jackson Jr. start fucking rebounding. Like, none of this stuff is going to be fixed in like the last 9-10 games. So I just think this was beyond ridiculous, bro. It was a poor decision. If you got walloped in round 1, round 2, yeah, get rid of him. But the end of March, I think he's a scapegoat. He's a scapegoat at the end of the day. Because Coach Bud, he's about to get fired. But even he got fired after the playoffs with the Bucks. He's about to get fired by the Suns. You feel me? Like, we've seen better coaches get fired. We've seen worse coaches get fired in the offseason. I don't think he's a great coach. He's competent. He's not bad. But wow, to really fire this guy, I just thought it was ridiculous, bro. I think it just showed like, hey, we given up and we need somebody to blame. And we can't blame Ja. We can't blame Triple J. We can't blame Desmond Bane. Even though all those guys have some fault because you guys are the ones on the court. This coach isn't going to change that much in the last 10 days. I think it's a big mistake, bro. And I think this just shows that they're going to get, I may not say swept, beaten 5 games, bro, in round 1.
Yeah.
Oh no, my Twitter sources were saying that maybe he was watching some porn in the locker room or something like that. or snorting some shit. I don't know. Because for something to happen like that, so the guy on Twitter was basically like, there's something behind this shit that we don't know. Like either the Grizzlies are dumb as an organization and they just wanted to fire him right before the playoffs, or he did something low key like bad and they're just like, let's get rid of him.
Are you saying like controversial?
Yeah, like controversial.
Or are you saying like a fight in the locker room?
No, I'm talking
You're
about
talking about real life.
I'm talking about some real life controversial shit. Cause
I mean, that's speculation though.
but it is like it's suicide right before the playoffs. Is crazy. Like it is like giving up. You are giving up for the season. It's like there's no one you're bringing in with 10 games left that could change the organization. You know, maybe they're just like they're looking at it as like, you know, we were a second seed. Now we're falling down to fifth. It's over. Like, you know, it's over. There's no way this when they were the second seed, I think we still beat them, right? When they were the second seed.
We fried them. We beat them by close to 40 and we beat them by 1.
Yeah, so that's a bad look, man. You know, it's a real bad look. You know, but like I said, he is a good development coach. He did give a lot of guys that were like borderline NBA guys, like give them small careers. So maybe he like going to the Wizards or going to a team that they just poor developing will be, you know, that's a good pickup for like a team that should pick him up. Like he's not a bad coach, but he's good for developing guys.
Yeah.
My thing is though, what coach is gonna? Because this is my next question. What coach is gonna make them contenders? Because that's what people are saying, right? He's a great developmental coach, but now that they're contending, time to move on. Same thing as the Cavs with JB last year, right? Built the good roster, did a good job developing the guys like Mobley, Jarrett Allen, and Darius Garland. Can't get us over the hump. It's proven now, obviously, that moving on from him, that the Cavs are true contenders. And the Pistons with JB are developing, and now they're a winning team. But what coach is out there that's going to make them contenders? In the summer, not right now, in the summer. Steve Nash, after he finishes the show with LeBron, you feel me?
He not taking that
Maybe
job.
Coach Bud.
I was
Like,
gonna say that Coach Bud maybe when he gets fired.
who else is available though? Mark Jackson's never gonna get a job again. After all these times that he's could have gotten a job, he's not gonna get the job.
You think Frank Vogel would take that job?
I don't even think Frank Vogel's gonna do anything crazy with them. They just are who they are. My opinion, and I felt like this the whole season. I felt like this for the past couple of years. I don't think that they're a true contending team. So I don't think any coach is gonna put them over the hump. If you guys can think of a coach that's gonna make them contenders, I'm all ears, but I don't see them out there.
I mean, I can't really think of no coaches that's available right now.
Yeah.
Available, no.
Yeah.
The best coaches are all on teams, really.
Yeah, that's my point. So it's gonna be like Vogel, Coach Bud after he's fired, who are good coaches, not phenomenal. They're good coaches. And what, like Steve Nash, Mark Jackson, and whoever else is in the carousel.
Nah, those aren't even good pickups.
Like they're decent pickups, but like they're not the best coaches in the league. They're not Pop. They're not Spo. Like they're not Mazzulla. They're not Ime. None of those guys are Ime tier. You feel me? There's nobody available.
Go get Rick Pitino.
Get Monty.
Rick Pitino, dead ass. Throw John Moran out the fucking locker room.
Oh shit! Isn't Monty available? Right? Yo,
He getting
I didn't
paid.
see that. They probably pick him
He's
up.
still getting paid.
Oh, that's crazy. I forgot.
I mean, he didn't even want to coach the Pistons. He said, "Fine, I'll take the bag."
I would have just took the money too, honestly.
Yeah, I don't blame him. But now it's like Monty's not going to make them contenders. I just don't think they have the capability with the roster.
Watch them pick up Monty though. That's actually gonna be fun.
I think Frank Vogel is who they pick up, actually.
Yeah, it makes the most
I
sense.
could see
Yeah, I
Frank
think they'll pick
Vogel.
up Frank Vogel.
You think so?
Yeah. Because at this point, like, they're probably just looking to be not even a contender, like a team that can make it to the second round at least. You know, they want to take that step, and then they'll probably look for someone in like 4 years, like an Ime if he doesn't work out with the Rockets. So another guy that is contending that maybe they'll get fired in the next few years.
But they could do that with Taylor Jenkins.
No, I mean they could.
They've already been a second round team with Taylor. That's my point. If the goal was to just stay and be like, all right, we're cool developing, and maybe one day we'll luck out and get into the conference finals, but we're cool being a second round team, keep them. But if your goal really is contend every year,
Yeah.
that person's not there.
I think you said it best though. I think you said it. Taylor Jenkins was the scapegoat.
100%.
Like it ain't his fault. Because when I think of the Grizzlies and we talk about other coaches that they could bring in to be better and contenders, there's nobody they could really bring. I think their issues is like on the court type shit.
100%.
And when I see them on the court, it's like I'm at the point where I'm like, I don't view John Morant as somebody that could be the best player on a championship team.
Thank you.
Thank
you so
I don't
much.
view him
Thank
as
you.
that.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think they have pieces of a real good team, but I feel like thinking about it the last couple of days, I feel like to have a championship like a true championship team, you kind of need that do-it-all wing player, and they don't have that.
Yep.
They have Ja, who's an electrifying guard who barely plays now. He's out from time to time. You have Jaren Jackson, a defensive big who don't rebound. We both talked about it. We don't even got to roast him no more. Desmond Bane is a good player, but like they have a good team. It's like they're missing that prototypical wing that could do it all, like a Jason Tatum type of player, like a LeBron type of player, like somebody like that. I think that's what they're missing, and I don't know if they're gonna get that person in house, which I don't know if they'll do, if they'll make a trade, because we talked about them trading for Jimmy Butler and the All-Star, talk about them trading for Kevin Durant, and they both got dubbed by both of them. So we'll see what happens. I think that's what they're missing. If they're able to get like a do-it-all wing like that on top of what they have now, then I could be interested, because we talked about it. If they got Jimmy Butler, we would have been like, oh, shit. I think this team could make some noise, but I think that's the missing piece. I don't think no coach is going to walk in and they're going to be fucking overwhelming contenders the next season.
Do you guys think you can win a championship with Ja Morant as your number one?
No, I was about to ask that. Do you think he's a number one option?
No.
I don't think he is.
No.
I don't know.
I've been trying to say it for a minute, bro. He's electrifying. He's fun to watch, but what like athletic guard who's your number one option has gone to the conference finals since D Rose?
Not only that, he just get hurt too much too. Injuries.
But why? Because of how he plays.
Got a
Same
point.
thing with the D Rose thing. D Rose is the last number one, like the number one option on a team that's an athletic point guard to get to the conference finals. Historically speaking, those guys don't get far. Westbrook did it as the number 2 to Durant. What the fuck has he done since then? Has he played in the second round since he lost Kevin Durant? No.
I think only in the bubble.
Yes, in the bubble,
was
and
the
that's
only
it.
time.
And he was a number 2 anyway, so that doesn't even count.
As a number one, he always got bounced out the first round.
First round, yeah.
He's a first round exit. Like, these type of guys, I love John Wall. John Wall did not do that shit either. Like, these type of molds of guys, yeah, they're fun to watch. You're never gonna win with them. You're never gonna win a championship with John Morant as your number 1. Maybe your number 2. I don't even know if you could win with him as your number 2, to be honest with you. That's still a question. But as your number 1, absolutely not, bro. That door is closed. Jaren Jackson Jr., I think you could win a championship with him having a lesser role. Number 3, maybe even number 4.
He got to be like your number 3.
He's got to, even though I hate a lot on Bam, he got to take that like Bam number 3 role that they had the first time and second time they went to the finals. He was that third best player.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Jaren has my number 2.
Or even number 1 on some nights.
Yeah, some nights has my number 1. That shit is not moving me at all.
It's
I'm
terrible. It's really bad. And I know you said Bane. Bane's cool. By the way, not the best third option in the league. It's still Austin Reeves. It's not Desmond Bane. But Desmond Bane, cool, but he doesn't do everything as a wing. He's a little bit undersized. Got them little T-Rex arms. And he could score. I mean, I'm not trying to be funny, but it's the truth. He could score and shit. He got them little T-Rex arms. But besides that, like, they're not going to do anything. Just like Dylan Brooks was a scapegoat. They got rid of him. They said he's the problem. Draymond Green said the Grizzlies will never win because of Dylan Brooks.
Mm-hmm.
And got rid of him. Now what?
Yeah,
Now was Draymond going to say when they get bounced in the first fucking round by the Lakers? What's going to be the Grizzlies' excuse? If they lose in 5 games to the Lakers in round 1, what is their excuse? Grizzlies fans aren't going to blame Ja. Absolutely not. They're not going to blame him. They're just going to blame whoever else played bad in that series besides him. Even if he plays like shit. They will never say anything bad about him. Maybe they'll blame Triple J. Maybe they'll blame Bane. But they're never going to blame Ja.
You think some fans will be like, we had to go into the playoffs with a new coach? That's our excuse.
That's a terrible excuse.
That's a horrible excuse.
It's your fault
That's
for
your
putting...
fault for
well, not the
doing that.
fans' fault, but it's their fault for putting themselves in that predicament.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with anybody else. It's not my fault that your front office is fucking stupid and gets rid of the coach right before the playoffs.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
I really couldn't believe it when I saw it, to be honest with you. Because I've never seen that before.
Yeah, I was like,
I could
what the
not
fuck?
believe it. I really said, what the fuck are they doing?
I don't know.
How could you be that stupid? Even if he's the worst coach in the world, finish out the season, bro.
Just take your little L in the first round or whatever.
That's
and then
it.
That's it.
That's it. Take your loss and just kick them out. Don't take your ball and go home before the playoffs even start. Because it's a sign of weakness. And now I'm super confident they're not beating the Lakers. I don't even think they could beat the Rockets anymore. And we said that's the only team they could beat. The Clippers is washing them.
Nah, they're not being the Lakers.
And we don't even got to talk about OKC because if they fall in the plan and lose the first game and they win the second one, you're getting swept by OKC. Don't even show up to game 4. Play the first 3 games, lose, forfeit game 4 because you have no chance. The Nuggets, oh my God, I would love to see Jokic fry Triple J. He might really average 20 rebounds. That's what I would love to see.
I didn't even know that he was like that much of a bad rebounder until you told me.
He's
I
never
didn't know he was
averaged
that
7.
bad.
7.
That's crazy.
Playing starter minutes, 7 rebounds.
And I have him in fantasy too, and I didn't even notice that shit. Like, his
How many-
rebound was
It's
that
bad.
How many times do you think Jaren Jackson Jr. has gotten 10 plus rebounds this season?
Shit. I saw the clip the other day. I kind of want to say like 3.
Dequan knows the answer because I said it earlier while we were eating pizza.
Damn, I don't want to copy Dave. I'll say 4.
It's literally 3 on the dot,
Okay.
Oh, damn.
which is crazy
That's
because you at least say
bad.
like maybe like 6, maybe 5, 3. He hasn't gotten 5 rebounds in the last 4 games.
That's crazy. Yo.
That's insane.
That last game where he scored 27 for like D, not 27 fantasy, 27 points, he had 2 rebounds.
How are you?
When you're that big, pause, you can accidentally get 5 by accident.
Yeah, by accident, yo.
So for you to get 2, you're actively not trying to get a rebound at that
Oh,
point.
he just saw.
Yo,
That's
who,
what I'm saying.
who got a
He
higher career high in rebounds, Dame or Jaren Jackson?
Oh yeah, this shit is fucking funny.
Wait, Dame does?
Answer. Who do you think? He asked me a couple players.
Well,
I would say Jaren Jackson.
Nah,
Because isn't Jaren Jackson's at 14?
it's 13.
13?
Dame has
Where's
had
Dame's?
18.
18.
What the fuck? Yo.
And not even prime Dame. This was like 2015. And he, what was it? He went like 0 for like 10 or something.
Yeah, he had like 5 points that game, but he had like 18 rebounds.
That's crazy.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Justin named a
bro.
bunch of points. I think CJ McCollum either tied him or he had 1 less. We went through a bunch of small guards.
Doc
There's
Rivers
literally-
had more than him.
Doc Rivers has more
Kyle
rebounds.
Lowry
than him.
had more than him.
How
Did
much
you say
Doc
Kyle-
Rivers had?
14.
Did you say Kyle Lowry averages more than him or something, or you average more than
No,
him?
No, career high. Like your
I
best
saw
career
rebound
high,
game.
I saw the career high though. Yeah.
I know Kyle Lowry definitely does.
There might be-
Sabonis
there
that
might be a
averages
year.
more than his career high.
That's embarrassing.
Does Josh Hart average more than his career high?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
I mean,
Josh
sorry.
Hart has averaged 8 rebounds before.
Josh Hart
I
is
think he averages 8 right now.
He definitely
Yeah.
averages 8 right now.
I'm pretty sure he averages 8 right now. And even if he doesn't, even if he averages 7, that's higher than Jaren Jackson Jr.
Yeah, and he's had like multiple 20 rebound games.
Nah, yeah, but it's clear that the Grizzlies don't have the talent to compete for a championship. They don't have
Not to them.
a true A1 guy. Like, John Morant is not an A1 guy. He can't even shoot 3-pointers, you know? And for you to have, like, the athletic point guard thing, even having an athletic point guard, if the athletic guard can't shoot threes, then that's just, like, that's an L right there, you know?
Yeah,
And like I said years ago on the pod, maybe 2 years ago on the pod, the Knicks were like a wing away. The Grizzlies need a really good fucking wing, you know? Like, whether it's, you know, you got to trade Bane or trade some of their bench pieces because they have a lot of decent bench pieces, right? Maybe, and that's why the Jimmy thing, I think I was here when you guys maybe spoke about the Jimmy thing too. But yeah, Jimmy would have been good for them. Even though personally, I for some reason, I don't really rate that Jimmy like that. I don't know why. But like KD, but then again, KD is old. Like, how many more years does he really have? And that's the thing.
I don't give a fuck how many years he has. If it was just for this 1 year, we go for it, I'd do it.
Oh, well, yeah. But it's like, that's the thing with the Celtics. Oh, dude, there's a very good clip I saw about the Celtics, how like the new owners are cheap fucks who are going to try to trade all the players away or trade some of their good guys away. But if Jaylen Brown or Tatum or, you know, if they try to trade one of them away just to save a couple bucks because of the luxury tax bill, the Grizzlies should be all over that shit. Be all over, because they're going to trade Brown instead of Tatum. You know how they are.
Here's the problem, though, and I know exactly what you're talking about, but the article said they didn't name either of the Jays. They said that if they were to trade one person when they really have to, it's going to be either Porzingis or Drew.
Oh, well,
Most likely.
that's the
Not even
easy.
Derek White? I'm surprised.
That's the two that they named.
Nah,
I
it's
mean,
good.
Derek White
Porzingis
is
not
younger than
available.
both of them.
Nah, that's what I'm thinking for Drew, but
No, Drew's old, bro.
no, that's what I'm saying. That's
Oh,
why
the way they'll move him? Yeah.
I know, but I think they'd have to get rid of like one or two guys, low key, unless it's just one to get them to the second apron.
I'll get rid of Porzingis
I
and
was
Drew
about to say,
Holiday.
I'd get rid of both of them
Porzingis,
before I get rid of
yeah.
anyone. Yeah, you're right.
That's what I'm saying, and that's why it sucks. Like you just said, they need a game changing win. Not even a good like OG, who I love, is not going to change anything
nah.
for them.
oh, for the Grizzlies.
Yeah,
Nah.
and OG is a very good small forward.
That's not
They need
changing.
a great one.
They need it, yeah.
That
the
does
thing is,
everything.
having great small forwards is just like, that's just not something that it really. There's not a lot of them anymore. You know what I'm saying? There's not.
RJ Barrett's not doing shit for them. And RJ Barrett is, as an individual, slightly better than OG. And he does everything. He's not doing anything for them over there.
The only way they could have got a mid wing is if they had like a big guard. That's the only thing that could
It's been
subtract
being
that.
small.
So like like the way the league is going now, you got Shea, Cade, Luca, like motherfuckers like that, big guards. LaMelo to a lesser degree, because I trust those other guys more. But yeah, if you had one of them motherfuckers, then you could have like an OG and get away with it. But since you have Ja, you need like a Tatum type of guy.
That's why it's so
What
funny.
about Ingram?
No, he's not doing shit for them either.
That's the thing. He's like a loser. Like they lose. He loses too much. Damn, bro.
I get what he's trying to say.
I think he's a tier below. He's right below the tier of a guy that they need, though.
Oh yeah.
He's right at that threshold. He's kind of like the line, but you need someone better than him.
It feels so long ago that like Ingram's played in like a meaningful ass game. That's why.
2022, round 1.
And when he did play, he was dogging.
Dude,
It was fine.
yeah. I
You just
mean,
got to remind people, yo.
there's just certain guys that are just like, you're like, yeah, they could hoop, but they just can't win games. Like, I mean, I know who he's thinking about.
No.
But,
Oh no, I don't know if you know who I'm thinking about, but I'm about to bring up a point that pisses me off.
but I was gonna say when he brought up RJ, I was like, bro, RJ, they're just gonna lose with RJ. Like Brandon Ingram, you're gonna lose with Brandon Ingram. Like Kuzma, you're gonna lose with Kuzma.
Oh jeez, no.
But
Well, now we're really going low.
Honestly, Kuzma's right below them, but he's like an athletic wing that
He's 5 tiers below them.
I know, but he could get buckets still
Shit.
sometimes. That's the thing. I'm just trying to think of small forwards. I can't think of a lot of small forwards, you know? Yeah. Like
DeAndre Hunter's not changing shit.
Oh,
for them.
fuck no.
Yeah.
And he's good, but he's not
There's
changing shit.
There's a reason he's the 5th best starter on the Cavs team, basically. But he's a really good 5th best starter, though.
Keegan Murray's not doing shit for them. I like Keegan Murray. He's not doing shit for them.
No.
A lot of these guys aren't doing shit for them. What I was gonna say, I don't know who you thought I was talking about real quick. We could go over after.
George.
Oh no. He's fucking trash, bro. I don't even gotta talk shit about him anymore. D was supposed to bring my bottle today, but I'll let
Wait,
it
what are you
pass.
talking about?
Paul George.
Fuck that nigga, bro. I don't want to talk about him. I'll bring your bottle next time.
He
though.
still owes me my Hennessy. But
That nigga.
what I was gonna say is that that's why it's so funny now that we say that John Morant can't be the number 1 on the team, because it's so funny to me that a lot of media people and Draymond Green want to pick on Jalen Brunson out of all people, but John Morant and his build is much more detrimental to a winning team than Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson is much better to win playoff games than John Morant. I'm not saying to win a championship, Brunson's going to win a championship, and John Morant isn't. It's so clear cut that he is. But my point is, it's just so funny that when they said you can't win with a small guard unless it's Stephen Curry, like that's why Brunson and the Knicks can't win. What about Memphis and John Morant? What the fuck has he done? What have they done? At least Brunson shows up and plays and averages 30 on top of that.
At least Brunson's a 3-level scorer.
They just picked on Brunson for whatever reason. I hate to make it about the Knicks, but it's just so funny. That, if anything, applies more to John Morant. Again, those athletic fucking point guards. Which one of them has won anything? D Rose, unfortunately, did not win anything. Westbrook did not win anything. John Wall did not win anything. Even going like a tier below, but it's like the Baron Davises, Steve Francis obviously did not get fucking anywhere. And the further back we go, it's the same shit. Those guys, you cannot win with them. Sucks for them, though. Time to move on. Time to rebuild, I think. Time for Memphis to rebuild, bro. You hear that?
Wait, I don't know about
They
that.
didn't rebuild already?
Nah, I think you're just
Wasn't
trading.
they talking about trading John? They was
What?
talking about it.
I mean, you could do that, but that's kind of rebuilding. if you
What
trade him.
tool are they going to bring to support Ja to win? This team has met its potential, which is round 2.
No, but they just have so many pieces to trade. You just gotta find someone. You gotta make something happen. You
I'm
know?
moving Triple J. I know that's controversial. I'm moving Triple J.
They're
Oh,
gonna
wow,
have to-
that's someone else.
They're going to have to retool.
I'm moving Triple J.
I don't
He has the
know.
most value. He's a DPOY, and
that's
guess
what I
what?
was gonna say.
It's okay. I will move him for assets. I don't care.
I would trade him too.
I would trade him.
Yeah.
I'd rather keep Bane than him.
Would you rather keep eating?
I'm gonna trade Bane. I think.
I'm sorry, bro. Edie's never gonna be no 12 rebound a game guy.
Could you trade for? I mean, are these guys untouchables? Is Jalen Green untouchable?
Oh my
No.
god, Jalen Green's not doing shit
He's
for
not
them.
untouchable.
Okay, I meant I wanted to ask about Eamon Thompson actually.
He's untouchable.
He's
Yeah,
untouchable.
He's
untouchable.
untouchable.
Yeah,
He fixes everything.
That's a guy.
for them.
That's a guy
He fixes
I trade everything for. I trade everything for and put him with John and fucking Triple J if anything. But I'm trading Bane and everything else and draft picks.
I don't know.
Yeah, Houston's not trading that.
I wouldn't either.
Damn. Fuck.
That's why I don't think I'm bugging for saying rebuild, bro. You're not winning with these guys. And retooling is not going to do anything.
I mean, you're
'cause-
just early to the party. Very early to the party.
what can I say, bro? When it comes to Haiti, I'm D1.
Yo, I have a question. This is kind of off topic. I was thinking about when you brought up LaMelo Ball before. Remember how you guys had that one pod where you guys talked about just guys that are hoopers, aesthetic hoopers that just don't contribute to winning.
Yeah.
Is LaMelo Ball fall in that category? Aesthetic hooper.
I think his team sucks, bro.
His team is ass.
but
I
like,
think it's just a team. You don't think that?
but you
he's a
don't
winner?
you don't think he's just a loser?
Hold on, look at the other years that he was healthy. They was in the play-in both years, and they won like 42 games. Nothing crazy, but look what they do without him. They're garbage. That's why. That's one of the teams I hope Cooper Flag goes to is either Charlotte, Washington, or Utah.
Oh, Charlotte with LaMelo would be crazy.
Those are the three that I want him to go to. I don't want Philly to get him.
Hell
obviously.
no. Hell no.
Brooklyn does not deserve him
Nope.
because they fumbled KD, Kyrie, and Harden somehow. They even go to the fucking conference finals.
Yeah.
They don't deserve him.
I think Washington and Portland would be.
Pelicans, I'm sorry. You guys are cursed.
Yeah.
You guys are cursed. You guys always get fucking hurt. Look at Dyson Daniels. He leaves. He was injured back there. He leaves.
Fucking love
He's
Dyson
cooking.
Daniels, bro.
He's a dog. Dyson Daniels would be great for the Grizzlies, though. I ain't gonna lie, but that's never gonna happen.
Yeah, that would be fire.
And he's not even better than Brandon Ingram as like a player, but for a fit, I would throw them in contender if they had Dyson Daniels starting at small forward. I would be moved by that crazy, bro. It's time to shut the door on the Grizzlies, guys. I hate to say it. You had them top 2, right?
Did I?
I didn't.
I wonder if I could find it.
I had them down to
I think
6
I
or
had a new
7.
phone.
I
That's
don't
the
remember.
thing.
I think you had them like top 4.
I
I was
had
the
him-
one who had them lowest.
I had it pretty high, and then you guys looked at me dumb, but it actually wasn't that bad.
Hey, but now look, now they falling.
Oh yeah, it's because I was like, when Jaws played, like they've been good. I mean, bro, who knows?
He's one of those guys with the take. And Ja plays a good in the regular season, yeah. I don't know about playoffs, so.
I mean, like regular season, it does matter sometimes.
And now they're not even a regular season team anymore. That's how much they falling off, bro.
All right, man, go to the next topic.
We talking about playing team, bro. We talking about playing.
Damn, we gave you 31 minutes, yo.
Yeah. I mean, I wanted to shit on them, bro. It was funny to me. I do want to touch quickly on the Dwight shit. I do want to shout out Dwight getting honored by Orlando. I think, to be honest, I think he might be the most disrespected superstar of all time.
Oh my god, yes, bro.
Oh, dear.
I was really in a live, and I'm not even gonna call him out by name, but I do hope he sees this shit. This guy,
Top one?
No, top one's my dog. It's my nigga, bro. But this other guy is so fucking stupid, bro. He said Dwight Howard's a negative on offense. He said Dwight Howard's one of the most overrated players ever. He said that he said Dwight was only good because all the other centers of that era sucked, because the worst era for centers, which isn't true. The worst era for centers, it wasn't good. The worst era for centers was right before Embiid and Jokic popped off. That time, that mid-2010s was worse than the late 2000s. And then when the dude asked him, like, all right, so name centers now that'll be better than Dwight. The motherfucker said Bam.
No.
He said Bam.
He's not even holding Dwight's jockstrap.
And he was being serious. He said Bam is better than Dwight.
Is this nigga? What is he smoking? Crack?
And
Like, come on, my nigga.
I don't want to say what I said in the actual chat, but I called him a you know what.
Yeah, I think I know.
Yeah, and then he blocked me.
Wait, you're dead ass?
Yeah. I said, you have Bam over Dwight, you're a blank. Shout out to Randy Marsh. But
On live?
Wow.
Oh, I didn't even get up there to talk to him. I was in the chat. Yeah.
Oh,
I said,
hell
Bam over
no.
Dwight, you're a blank. Randy Marsh, you feel me?
Oh,
And
hell
he
no.
banned me. That was stupid,
Nah,
though.
does he know basketball?
He pretends he does. He
Because
kind
that
of.
was fucking retarded.
He looked like he was about to cry when someone was like, "You obviously look like you never played basketball in your life," and he started cutting a promo. He looked like he was about to cry.
Wait, that's when he said the Dwight shit? Because that's fucking retarded. Come on, bro.
Oh,
That's the
he
stupidest
said
shit.
it. I might as well should have said it then. I called him a retard. he kind of said it already.
Oh, that's
give
what
a
you
fuck. I'll
said?
say it. That
Oh,
is
I was
I
not
fucking
said
saying
you're a
stupid.
retard. Yeah.
I did not know you
Well, I
said
try
that.
not to say it on the show, but he already said it, so I said it twice.
Oh, you
You
know
could
how
have
to
said the South Park version.
That's why I said Randy Marsh. I said shout out Randy
Because the
Marsh.
art's hard.
Yeah.
Dwight,
He's disrespected though.
dude, my era of favorite era watching basketball was when I first started in 2009. Dwight Howard was a fucking beast, bro. For over the last like 10 years, you always see on Twitter, is Dwight Howard a Hall of Famer? And I'm like, bro, do you know who Dwight Howard was, bro? When he was in trade rumors in 2010, 2011, whoever he was going to, people thought was winning a chip. If he went to the Lakers, everyone thought they were going to win a chip.
The Nets. You want to go to the Nets?
When he was supposed to go to the Nets, people thought they were going to be instant contenders with him and Darren Williams. He was that fucking guy. You played against Orlando. They had Jameer Nelson and shooters around Dwight Howard, and you're like, bro, they're fucking nasty. You know what I'm trying to say? They were a tough beat. Like the Knicks couldn't beat them until like that one year we were like a 52 win team. That was like the 1 or 2 years we were relevant back in the early 2010s. But
He was gone by then, though.
Yeah, he was gone.
He was a Laker. That was his first Laker year.
Oh, okay. But
Oh, he was gone by then?
That was the Laker year with Kobe.
2011,
Terrible.
2012,
13. But yeah.
But bro,
Yeah.
Dwight Howard was so fucking good, man. Like I don't even know how to describe him. Like he was shit on everybody. Just defensively, he was a fucking menace. He took Orlando to a finals. He beat LeBron in the conference finals.
Word.
Like that's crazy. Like that's unheard of. Like people talk about LeBron against the finals 8 times in a row. Dwight Howard fucking beat him. You know what I'm trying to say? And obviously his team was, he had a good team fit around him. He was a prime example of he was the fucking guy, but he had a system. Like he's like Curry. It's like the Curry system shit, but Dwight was the fucking system.
He was.
Man, I can't say enough good about Dwight Howard, bro. Like people should give him his fucking flowers. I wish he had a better way out. Like it wasn't just playing in Taiwan or some shit like that.
True.
But yeah, he was that fucking guy, bro.
He deserved to be signed, I think.
100%, bro.
He deserves to be in the league. And it's bullshit how, like, he's going through the whole shit because of, like, the shit he went through and everything. But, yeah, he deserves to be in the league because he could definitely, get some boards, play some defense still.
Pair him up with Triple J. Well, what I was just going to say is I like that you made that point because I didn't even realize that. When you think about teams that beat prime LeBron, like peak LeBron, to go to the finals, it's just the big four Celtics and Dwight Howard.
Yeah.
And I'm talking peak LeBron. Everything before 2007, I'm sorry, I'm not really counting that shit. He was still a baby. He was phenomenal, but he was a baby. But peak LeBron, it's just Dwight Howard and shooters, like you said. I'm not going to disrespect Hito, Jameer, and Rashard like that. But again, it's them. And then it's the big four Celtics where Kevin Garnett said, we knew LeBron couldn't beat all of us. To be honest with you, Dwight was kind of, I'm not saying one-on-one like ISOing versus him, but like in terms of like their teams, it was 1 star versus 1 star, good role players versus good role players, and he beat them out. So I don't understand why you don't get the respect. You're talking about 23 points per game, 14 rebounds in a slower era, in a much slower era, and then the best defense in the league for 3 straight years. Top 5 MVP finishes for what, Justin? 4 or 5 straight years too?
Yeah.
Should have been MVP in 10-11. I'm not going to say too much. Me and Justin had an argument about that about twice now, I think, but I had an argument with you too about it, the D-Rose shit, but he was really one of the best players of all time.
5 straight All-NBA first teams.
How many top 5 MVP finishes though? 5 or 4? Straight. I think 4.
4.
4 straight top 5 MVP finishes, 1 second place.
Yeah.
The D-Rose year.
3 straight DPOYs.
And like Dave said, when he got to the Lakers, bro, people already wrote in the papers, this is going to be Heat versus Lakers in the finals.
I thought that too.
I thought it too. It was broken in 2K13.
Shit.
A lot of people play with his fucking name, bro. That Bam take pissed me off so much. Him missing All NBA 75 too pissed me off too.
Yeah, that was disrespectful. Wait, do y'all believe that what Gil said about how he was supposed to like get traded for LeBron, supposedly? The first year that they fucking lost.
Gil says a lot of shit, bro.
No.
So you don't think he be
Gil.
capping?
You think the Heat was gonna trade the best player in the world for
At that time?
like the 4th best? No disrespect to Dwight, again, 4th is impressive, but the clear-cut best player in the world for the 4th best? That's
I don't
ridiculous.
know.
And I know we kind
If it's
of
coming from him,
I know we kind of
might
saw
believe
it too with Luka and shit, but like, come on, bro. Nah, I don't think so.
I don't know.
think so.
If it's, I feel like if it's coming from him, I might well believe it. Because he be knowing some shit.
bullshitting sometimes, though.
You think so?
Yes,
Yeah.
100%. He be bullshitting.
I don't know.
I fuck with him, but that's all I want to say about Dwight, bro. He need his respect, bro. That top 75 should piss me off the most. I like Dame. I like Kyrie. Dwight washes both of them
Of course.
as a player and career and accolades.
Yeah.
They can't do what he did.
Yeah. I didn't even know about that that Bam shit. Yo, that shit got me tight. Cause like, yo, Bam really can't hold a candle next to
His
Prime.
argument was Dwight's a negative playmaker. How do you average nearly 4 turnovers with under 2 assists? Bro, that's just how the era was. What center in 2009 was averaging 4 assists? Like this Jokic shit, Sabonis, Şengün, this is new.
Yeah.
You're taking today's lens and using it for some shit that happened 16 years ago. Like this centers making plays like this is brand fucking new.
Yeah, for real.
And we're penalizing him for that. And he wasn't even a bad playmaker. He was able to pass out of double teams to his 4 shooters. That's what made them deadly.
You know what's even more embarrassing? He's had a higher point per game season than Bam with less of a bag.
Era.
With less of a bag in a slower era.
Mm-hmm. No jumper.
No jumper, no nothing. Just straight, I'm jumping over motherfuckers and just dunking on them. Still gave you 23 points a game in his prime.
And we compare him to Bam, who hasn't made an All-NBA team yet.
Damn, for real?
I don't believe so.
Not even a third team?
I don't think so. I think he's 2-time All-Star, no-time All-NBA.
Yeah, so it's not even close, bro.
Yeah.
It's not even
He
close.
was losing All-NBA spots to Randall, bro. Respect to Randall. Randall and Sabonis.
I just wonder.
He don't have one.
I just wonder what was the narrative that was pushed for Dwight not getting the thing? Was it disappointment with him not winning with Kobe? Was it him and Kobe having a bad relationship? Was it him and Kobe and then being unsuccessful and then him going to Houston and also being unsuccessful?
I don't think it's that. I think it's just the way
He carried himself.
I think it was just the way his career kind of ended. Like towards that, like hopping from team to team and all that shit.
Yeah, Charlotte,
like it looked
Atlanta.
bad until he went to the Lakers and then they won a chip. That's when it looked good again. But I feel like that little era when he went to fucking Charlotte, Atlanta,
Hey, he had a
Washington.
30-30 game
Yeah.
in Charlotte, I think it was.
But like that era when he was just hopping team to team, that shit looked bad.
Because it made him look like some bum center. Like
And we wasn't talking about Dwight Howard no more after Houston.
Yeah, he was alright on the Hawks though.
But we wasn't talking about him like that.
Nobody wasn't talking about him, but he still played,
When he was on
still played
the
alright.
Magic, Lakers, and Rockets, we were still talking about him like Dwight.
Yeah,
Like,
this is
go
Dwight.
back and look at Dwight's playoff series when he was with Houston against he was dogging.
Him teaming up with Harden was a big fucking deal.
That was
Yeah.
crazy. If you go back, he was dogging in that series.
Too bad it didn't work out.
That's what I'm saying, bro. When he went to team up with Kobe, they said this is a lock for the finals. He went to team up with Harden, this is a contending team. Where he went in his prime, you thought you were gonna go fucking far because he did it by himself as the number one. But we talking about Bam, who without Jimmy Butler, they lost 10 straight games. That's who we compare him to. A guy who hasn't even averaged 23 points per game like Dwight Howard has in a slower era. I think too, to answer your question, I think it's the narrative that he's soft. And also the narrative that, like the fact that he's like happy-go-lucky and shit. He likes to joke around and shit. And he's talked about that too. He thinks that people in the league don't like him because he likes joking around. He likes having fun and shit.
Yeah.
And he's not super intense, Mamba mentality on this shit. But, bro, everybody's different. And the fact that he got that far being soft and wanting to have fun, not having Mamba mentality, does that not say a lot? I'm just saying. Maybe some people just think he didn't maximize his potential. I think he did. It's just that his back fucked up.
Yeah.
At the very peak of his career, bro. He was like 26, bro, when his back started fucking up.
Yeah, I
That's
remember the back
terrible.
surgery.
That's terrible. He should have had minimum 5 more great years. Like Dwight Howard, we should really only be talking about him retiring like this year or last year. And on a high note too. But it's like he's been phased out over some bullshit playing in Taiwan of all places. It's just strictly injuries, bro. It's a tragedy. I still think he's the most respected superstar because you could probably name like 15 guys on the NBA 75 he's better than. Clear cut. Dwight is a top 50 player of all time. And I'm not listening to anybody saying otherwise because there's no way you can name me 50 players better than Dwight Howard all time. You can't. We're talking about fucking Dave Bing. Seriously? Dave Cowens is better than him? Like, I know they want to leave the old guys on there, but Dave Bing, Dave Cowens, who else, Justin? Like, all these guys from the 70s are better than Dwight?
Yeah,
Fuck out of here, bro. That's so disrespectful, bro. But at least he got honored, though.
Still though, come on. I want to be in that shit. I don't want to be fucking honored. I want to be in the top 75.
He's first ballot Hall of Fame, though. And at least he's loved in Orlando still, even after the way that he left.
Yeah, I'm looking at
Yeah.
this.
That's what's up. I mean, when the team, now that the team's like semi-successful and people fuck with them again, it was a good time to bring him back and be like, hey, say what's up to Dwight Howard, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Pick his brain.
yeah, obviously if they were still bad in a bad spot, I mean, 16 years later though, they should forget about it anyway, but at least they have something to look forward to.
I love Dwight. That's how I'm going to end this. I love Dwight Howard. I think we kind of got to get to the depressing part, which is Damian Lillard has blood clots. I know we start off with the high of Dwight Howard just now, but Dame has blood clots. He's on the IL. Don't know if he's gonna make it to the playoffs, bro.
It's looking
Honestly.
so slow for them, yo.
It sucks. Last year you don't have Giannis. Year before you don't have Giannis for half the series. Now you don't have Dame, and they're scheduled to play us now at this point in time with the current seeding. They fell all the way down to 6th seed. So if I'm the Bucks, bro, I don't know what direction I'm going in. Like a lot of people are saying, is it time to like trade Giannis if this shit doesn't work? Because now this is year 2 of not winning with Dame. Obviously, it's because you've been unlucky. But do you guys even entertain a trade Giannis talk?
Honestly, maybe.
For real?
I might have to consider it because I know he's gonna be thinking like, "Yo, what the fuck are we doing?" Like, if Damian Lillard's not gonna be coming back or anything, he's not coming back healthy or like how he used to be. I know he's gonna want to leave. You feel me? I'm gonna have to do what I have to do for myself. I'm gonna have to think for myself. You feel me? I'll trade him for some picks. Why not?
He's really about to suit up with Kuzma in the playoffs.
That's what I'm
As the
saying.
second best player.
He's gonna be fucking
That's gonna
tight
be
about that. You
horrible,
think
yo.
I'm gonna be happy about that shit?
And you don't even have your best friend Chris Middleton anymore to lose with. You about to
Yeah.
losing with fucking Kyle Kuzma.
I'm
They're
thinking,
gonna have to think about that shit. Yes.
Nah,
I'm
here's what I'll
trading
say
him.
though. Here's what I'll say. I feel like the Dame and Giannis shit, even when they were healthy, hasn't been all that great. Would I go out and trade Giannis? No. But if I'm the GM, I'll probably bring Giannis to my office and be like, yo, keep it a stack. You fuck with it here? He's like, yo, just let me know right now. Because if you don't, he's like, let me know where you want to go. Make a list. I'll try to make that shit happen because this shit ain't it right now. Because last couple of years, it's unfortunate, but Giannis has been hurt. Now Dame has been hurt. We talked about it, and it hasn't gotten to that point because they haven't been healthy. But even if motherfuckers was healthy, I don't trust Doc Rivers, bro. I don't. So that's like another thing that you're just kind of like prolonging the process. Even if motherfuckers was healthy, you still have Doc Rivers. And then Chris Middleton's gone. You have Kyle Kuzma. Like, this team is very thin, has no depth at all. I think they panicked when, firing Adrian Griffin was the right move, but hiring Doc was not the right move.
He literally said, "Don't do this."
Yeah.
That's the craziest
Yeah,
part. He said, "Why are you guys doing this?"
I feel like they panicked right there, bro. So I would, if I'm the GM, I'll be like, yo, Giannis, keep it a stack. Where you want to go?
The reason I'm laughing, by the way, just to go real quick before Dave gives his take. Did y'all see the video of Doc cutting the promo on the ref? And then Darvin Ham being behind him, he kept putting his hands in his pocket, then taking them out, and putting them back in. And someone was like, "Damn, he's really addicted to putting his hands in his pockets, bro."
That shit made me
He
laugh.
fucking crying. He's
I
like,
didn't
"Yo,"
see that
he's like,
shit.
"Yo, chill, chill." And then he put his hands in his pocket. Then he'd be like, "All right, come on, Doc, come on." And then put his both hands in his pockets. He did not stop,
did
bro.
not see that shit.
I was
Yeah.
laughing at the one on Twitter when Tyrese hit that game winner. It's like, I know
bent
y'all see
over
what I
paws.
see.
Yeah.
And you just see Darvin Ham with his hands in his
yeah, I
pockets.
saw that.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Doc bent over like this, pause. Because he be doing that too.
Nah,
when they
Darvin Ham
losing.
was just standing there with his hands in his pockets, and Tyrese is just like in the corner.
Yeah.
That shit was funny as fuck.
nah, I'm thinking about Giannis just saying like Kuzma in his accent, like Kuzma. Like,
Bro, they're fried. They're fried.
yo,
They're
dude,
fried.
I'll be honest, what Justin said was bad smart. Personally, if I'm the GM, I'm doing the same exact shit. I'm saying, yo, Giannis, look, listen. I think it's smart if you give me a list where you want to go. I'm looking at Houston. I'm looking at.
I was about to say.
I'm looking at Amen Thompson. I'm looking at.
I was about to say
I'm
the
looking-
same shit.
I'm looking for him. I'm looking for picks. I'm looking for whoever I can get.
Yep.
And starting the next generation, because
Yeah.
trading for Kuzma was like, this is our last hurrah. Because who knows? He's like, who knows if this shit's gonna work? We just traded away our franchise legend in Middleton. All right, Damian Lillard has blood clots, and knowing the history of blood clots amongst NBA players with what happened to Chris Bosh, and that's the biggest example we could think of. Dame's cooked. No, sadly, he's cooked. He's done. It's done. You know what I'm trying to say? Also, it wasn't even working. Y'all were not beating the Celtics. You know what I'm trying to say? Even when everyone was healthy. Because your third option is fucking Kuzma. All right? And I don't even know the rest of the team other than Bobby Portis and Brook Lopez. I don't even know.
Gary Trent.
Is Brook Lopez still good?
Hey, Gary Trent.
He's fucking.
He's ass. Is Gary Trent cooking?
Not really.
All right. So their team is ass. So now it's like, you got to think about this shit as a business. Having Giannis around is cool. But what if he just next time he's a free agent, he just fucking dips and you get nothing? You know what I'm trying to say? Like one championship. I don't think if I'm Giannis, I want one championship by the time I retire. Like he could go to the Rockets and fucking win. Like they are instant fucking real contenders as soon as they get him. I don't know who they're gonna have with him because you're gonna have to give up a lot to get him, but it's what benefits both sides at this point.
What do you think Milwaukee's asking for?
Oh, dude, I don't even
know. Wait, continue.
Name the whole shit when you can.
Oh, I'm thinking. Amen Thompson. Is it Amen or sorry? It's Amen, right? Amen. I'm taking Amen Thompson.
Excellence.
I'm taking Sengun. I'm taking.
Wait,
Damn,
what?
you getting greedy,
Hold the
motherfucker.
fuck up.
Yeah. I'm taking them two, and I'm taking 3 picks.
They'll probably give you Jalen Green and Thompson, but
Jalen Green is like.
Or they probably give you like fucking Fred VanVleet.
I'm like, yo, give me a man, give me Kent Whitmore.
Wow.
Oh, whoa, that's
good.
not bad.
Give me
some picks.
I was gonna say Amen, Reed, and Jabari, and picks.
Reed
Shepard.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say.
Give me 3 young guys.
I was gonna say Reed.
You gotta fire Doc Rivers,
or 2 young guys.
He ain't playing 2 of them.
Or 2 young guys and someone to make the money match because I know them 2 don't make the money match.
You get Taylor Jenkins. You pick him up. But yeah, I'm bugging with the Sengun. I forgot Sengun was an all-star too. And Asar is gonna be a future all-star the way he's fucking looking. Amen, sorry.
But no, I'm taking Amen. No.
Motherfuckers confusing them like fucking Zach and Cody.
I'm taking Amen.
What happened?
I was like, he confusing them like they're fucking Zach and Cody.
Nah. I'm taking Amen. I was thinking about Jabari Smith because has he even been successful? Like,
no, but it's just so you have another.
Nah, I'm taking Cam Whitmore and I'm taking Reed Shepard.
Okay, that's fine.
And I'm taking 3 picks.
Yeah, I would do that. 3 of the young guys.
But knowing how picks work out in the league right now, like I'm gonna be surprised if they don't get 5 too. Like I wouldn't be surprised if they got 5 picks.
I'm asking for 4, 3 unprotected.
Do they have Phoenix picks?
I believe so.
I might need one of them shits.
I'm gonna need a Phoenix pick, and I'm gonna need 3 of your picks.
Remember, this is Giannis Antetokounmpo. This is a top 5 player in the league. You know what I'm saying? So you got to get your haul. Like you got to get a fucking haul for this.
Yeah,
damn, if I'm Houston, how's my team looking?
Oh fuck yes, you're winning it. You might be winning a championship in Houston,
bro. Hold on,
you trading with those people? Cause you're just gonna have Sengun, Giannis, and Fred VanVleet.
And Jalen Green. So you still have Jalen Green.
Yeah.
And Jabari and Jabari, and then you still have other pieces available.
Like who?
Jeff Green.
Steven Adams.
Talk about Unk. Come on, bro. Like, nigga, come on.
The Fred VanVleet, Giannis,
Jalen Green,
and Sengun. Oh, hold up. That's
a fucking fire starting 5. Are you kidding me?
I don't think that's a championship team.
I think it's a fucking championship
if I'm
team.
Giannis, I'm slapping the shit out of Jalen Green.
Bro, they
didn't play right.
Wait a second. They're beating Denver and they're beating LA.
So I'm slapping the shit out of Jalen.
Nah, hold up. We gotta remember it's Giannis though.
It's just OKC. They're not beating clear cut, but they're beating LA and they're beating the Nuggets.
Oh, you don't think they clear cut?
Josh is calling me.
I don't
He
know.
texted me too.
Please don't pick up. Please don't pick up, bro. I'm scared, bro. I get scared when he calls me,
I'm not
bro.
gonna pick up.
Should he pick up, Justin?
Nah. Maybe at the end of the show.
Yeah, at the end, call him back. Call him back. Just be like, yo,
He
call me
texted
back.
me like 20 minutes
I
ago.
just said, can I call you later?
Yeah, be like, can I call you at the end of the pod? But yeah, bro. I think you're bugging, D. That's a contender. That's the second best team in the West by far. I think they cleared the Nuggets and they cleared the Lakers with that team. Giannis, Jalen Green. You still have Dylan Brooks too.
But you said they're not at all beating the Thunder. They can't beat the Thunder?
I don't think so. I'm sorry.
Dude, even with
No,
Giannis?
but you said that's a championship team.
Yeah.
But I'm saying I don't think they'll go to the final. I don't think they could beat the Thunder. That's what I'm trying to say.
Someone else could beat the Thunder on the way there just based on matchups.
Dude, really?
do
You
you
don't
see
think they
beating
could
the
beat the Thunder? You don't think that team with Giannis is beating the Thunder?
Timberwolves. Even right now, the Timberwolves are a threat to them.
Really?
Threat to who?
So you just hope somebody else. I'm talking about the Nuggets. I'm bugging out. OKC, yeah, no one's a threat to OKC right now.
That's what I'm talking about.
But maybe just hope someone else knocks them out somehow.
Dude, this is gonna be a good fucking finals. Thunder and Celtics.
Whoa.
Wait.
You can't write in the finals right
fuck?
now.
I'm gonna be honest.
What are we
I don't
doing?
see. I see like the finals as like open to like.
What
Yeah.
the
Like,
fuck are we
it's
doing?
In the West, I don't have it open. I think it's the Thunder.
I don't think it's locked.
I think the finals
The
is
East is
wide
more
open.
locked than the West.
Yeah, I don't think it's locked.
Really?
Yeah, I don't.
You
think
just
it's
said no
locked.
one's beating the Thunder. A team with Giannis, Fred VanVleet, Sengun,
Hold on.
Dylan Brooks, and Jalen Green is not beating the Thunder. You think anyone else?
I don't think
right
the
now?
Rockets would beat them, but I think the Lakers could beat the Thunder
Yeah,
right
I'm about to
now.
say, you don't think
Really?
Yes.
Yo,
So I said
I
someone
think
else
the
is
Lakers is going to the finals.
just because.
damn.
Just because they could beat the Lakers and not OKC, this hypothetical team, doesn't mean that the Lakers can't also beat OKC.
You guys think the Lakers are gonna be OKC?
It's like rock, paper,
I think they
scissors.
could.
They could, bro. The thing is,
They could right now.
it would be so.
LeBron
and the
will
Nuggets.
Cook. LeBron will cook.
You want Chet to guard Jokic?
Bro, hold on. This is crazy. I actually didn't think about how crazy the West is. Dude, the thing is, I've not watched basketball at all in the last few weeks. I'll be
I
honest.
can't believe you
I
called
haven't.
them a lock.
Yeah, I
mean,
don't
bro,
think it's a lock at all.
Even last year in the pod during the playoffs, when I said that the Mavs are going to the finals while round 2 was going on, that was controversial. But that just showed nothing is a lock,
But
and they
even
still
with-
made it.
Even with the Lakers only having Jackson Hayes as their center, you think they're still be?
He looks like a god
He
out
looks
there.
great now.
He looks like a
I
god.
actually saw that clip the other day. Yeah,
He looked like a god
Yeah,
right now.
last year I was like, yo, whoever wins the Timberwolves Nuggets series is going to the finals. Neither of them motherfuckers made the finals.
Also,
Not only that, Dave, we're forgetting they got Luka, nigga. Come on, bro.
I
and
know.
LeBron,
And LeBron,
and
yeah.
Austin Reeves, and Austin Reeves, the best third
But
option
can
in
they
the
really
league.
defend like that though?
Don't matter.
Nah,
And they
I'm not
can.
gonna lie.
It's been a little bit inconsistent, but they can.
Before Bron got hurt, their
They was
defense
locking
was
the
looking
fuck up.
crazy. And now Bron just came back. They kind of gotta get back into that groove again. But
Shit.
They look-
Respect
they
the
look
exciting
scary.
whites.
All right. But the Nuggets though,
The Nuggets can be OKC.
you think?
Jokic is a nightmare problem for them, like nightmare matchup.
I don't think Chet could hold him back.
I heart.
Dude, the thing is,
Hold on, wait a
if
second.
they're
No,
in
hold
foul
on.
trouble, they're
I'm
fucked
gonna be-
because they
I'm
got
gonna-
Let
nobody.
me say one thing though,
what's up?
because a lot of people like to slander Mitchell Robinson for this, but Mitchell Robinson was locking the fuck up Embiid. It was I heart getting fried by Embiid.
Yeah.
Imagine what Jokic would do to him, and Chet. And mind you, that's Embiid on one leg and one eye.
Bro, the thing is with the Thunder, bro,
Why you
I don't.
laugh?
I never. The thing is, I don't think I've ever
the way you
sat
said
at
it.
home and watched the Thunder game. That's the thing. I don't think I've ever watched them play really.
You're bugging. You're missing out.
But
Yeah, you're missing
but
out.
like offensively, other than Shea, I don't see any of the other guys being like super
Oh,
reliable.
you're cooking right now.
No, you are cooking
You're
because
cooking.
J-Dub, I don't trust J-Dub.
I don't trust
I
J-Dub.
don't
shot in the
J-Dub.
playoffs.
J-Dub is not getting a bucket against LeBron in the fucking fourth quarter. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Chet, I don't offensively. I don't know what to expect from him. Is he just a lob threat? Can he shoot?
Nah, you can shoot too.
All right, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it's only gonna be Shea like trying to get buckets for them, and that's never. I feel like that never works out for most teams.
Shea is gonna get his buckets,
Damn.
but
dude.
everybody else, like Lou Dort, they're gonna be like, oh,
Well, open.
take them,
Take
take
the
them,
shots.
and see if you make them.
Yeah, their team is great defensively, but I feel like offensively they're not as like set. It's like what you would think from a number one contender. That's why I want to see the Celtics, bro. I mean,
And the Celtics aren't a lock either. Respect the Cavs. Don't
Bro,
do that.
the
Don't
Celtics
do
are
that.
so
Don't be like
nasty.
Justin. Don't be like
Celtics
Justin.
are so
Whoa,
good.
whoa,
bro.
whoa! I
say?
haven't disrespected the Cavs in mad long.
Dude,
Dude, you said the Cavs is gonna make the finals?
No, I said don't
Don't
disrespect
respect
the
the
Cavs
Dude.
because the Celtics aren't a lock.
it's because the way I look at the Celtics is their 5-out shit is ridiculous. Like, who is guarding that? Like, you can't guard that.
They gotta be.
Yeah,
good.
but
Cavs.
also Porzingis got to stay healthy too.
That
for
too.
that shit to happen.
And the Cavs actually have the perfect schematics
Nah,
for
yeah,
that problem.
this year that Porzingis being out until the finals, that shit ain't
That
working.
can't
this year.
happen this year.
Like I think this year Porzingis has to play.
Mm-hmm.
Like he can't miss the before the finals type
Fuck
shit.
Porzingis.
Dude, I don't know. Fuck. I didn't realize how, like, the Thunder weren't even like that. But the thing is, the glazing on Twitter is all I see, bro. The Shea aura
The Shea
shit.
Glaze.
The
No,
Shea Glaze is
forget the
crazy.
aura. The fact that he's getting compared to 18-19 Harden, Michael Jordan, Kobe as a scorer. What the fuck are we doing?
Dude,
whoa. Niggas is comparing him to Harden.
That's the one that bothered him. Out of Michael Jordan, Kobe, and Harden, that's the one that bothered
don't
him.
understand,
That is
bro.
crazy. That's kind of glaze.
No,
crazy.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about the glaze,
Am I
bro.
bugging?
Nah, look.
That's the way he called out.
He got a point, though. I'm
He
not
has a
gonna
point,
lie.
but
He
all
got a
three of
point.
those are
He
crazy.
got a
Bro,
point.
All
Harden-
three is crazy
Harden
though.
is one of Harden is the best scorer of all time. I'm telling you, bro. Look how niggas was guarding him, bro.
He's top 5.
Look how
He's
niggas
top
was
3
guarding him.
even, but
Look at the highlights. I'm telling you, bro. Yeah, I might be a Harden glazer and everything.
I'm just
I
saying-
love that nigga. You know how much
look,
I care about that guy, bro.
I tweaked out too about the Harden shit, but I said Kobe and Michael after you said, hold up. They're disrespecting Harden?
Bro.
Nigga, what about MJ and Kobe?
All right, niggas wasn't guarding MJ Kobe like that though. Look how they was guarding fucking Harden.
He's not
Niggas
better
was
than.
dead ass guarding him backwards, bro.
It's not better than 88 Mike.
I
Then
can't,
who?
88 Mike.
I can't believe you're about to make me defend Kobe.
Nah,
They
come
was
on,
sending
bro.
3 at him.
That Harden peak.
on.
Listen, bro.
Dude, that Harden peak was insane.
Nah,
bro.
it was
insane.
fire.
How much?
40
It was
points. How much you average? 40?
Not 36.
For a month.
Oh, for a month. Yeah,
it's
like
for a
40,
month, 40.
41.
So that peak.
Come on,
260
bro.
balls, 950
Nigga, I
plus
was
games.
tuning in every fucking game watching that shit, bro.
His fan,
Whoever had him
his
in fantasy
FanDuel
league
line
was
was
crazy.
40.5.
Was it actually?
Yes.
Yes.
There was
That shit
nights it was
crazy.
40.5.
Shit was crazy, bro.
Shea
I'm telling
should
you.
respectfully just be like at 33, quote unquote. Like it's not impressive, but Harden shit was 40.
Nah, but listen,
That
you
shit
gotta
was
understand.
minus for him to score 40.
Nah, those three
But you gotta
For
Hardens.
him to score 30 was probably like minus 300.
The reason why I didn't react to Kobe and MJ, because obviously, like, Kobe and MJ is Kobe and MJ. But when you get it compared to, like, Harden 2, it's like, come on, bro.
That's why you should have freaked out about them too, is my point.
No, I'm not gonna freak out about them because, nigga, they're goats. Like, they're the goat and shit. But, like,
fucking funny,
Harden,
bro.
like, come on, bro.
But I agree with you. It's crazy. I just thought it was funny. Like, you only sat up for him, not the other two.
I mean, the Kobe shit is crazy too because the way Kobe got buckets was so like detailed, so like he was a pure hoops. The thing is with Shea, and this is gonna go around his whole career, is the foul baiting is crazy. You know, the flopping is
Yo,
fucking
the memes
crazy.
are funny. Shay's probably shooting free throws right now.
Yeah, it's like every time you switch on the game, he's shooting free throws.
That's true.
Damn,
like-
but that's like the Harden shit too, low key.
Nah, hold
he was
up.
trying to say Harden
Hold up. This
was,
is this
free
is
throw
worse than the
hater.
Wait, actually,
It's
no.
the
Harden
same.
shit is pretty
Nah,
bad.
it's the
though.
same.
The
It's
Harden
the
shit
same.
is
Let's
pretty
not be
bad.
nostalgic. It's the
Nah,
same.
I'm
yeah.
not gonna lie.
Every great scorer takes a lot of free throws.
It's just the
Yeah,
way that he
true.
gets his though is annoying though. You know what I'm saying?
The amount of complaints you see from coaches for Shea is crazy. It's like you can't even fucking touch him. Like you can't defend him.
I gotta ask him something though. So you think Harden's a better scorer than Kevin Durant at their very best? Because you said Harden's the best scorer ever.
Me, you know I'm biased.
Give me
as fuck.
14
I'm
Durant
saying,
still.
yeah.
He
I'm
don't
saying,
got he don't got that 36 a game, but 14 Durant still had 32 on 50, 40, 90.
Hey man, listen.
I gotta take that
When
Durant.
Durant averaged fucking 40 points a game, 40 points per game for a fucking month, then yeah, I'll say yeah, he's a better scorer, but fuck
That
that.
nigga was
I don't give a
averaging
fuck.
33, but efficiently. It's 3 less points than Harden for the whole season, but efficiently.
I don't give a fuck, bro. Harden was by himself. doing
50,
what the
40,
fuck he
90?
doing, bro.
50, 40, 90?
I don't care. I don't care, bro.
Mind you,
See
for,
what this
for,
nigga was-
for,
this nigga
oh,
was
wait,
doing by
wait, wait.
himself?
For context, we, and obviously, deserved glaze, we give that respect to Steve Nash, who did it a bunch of times, but never averaging 20. We give that glaze to Dirk, who did it and only averaged like 24, 25. Durant did that with 32, 33 points. 50, 40, 90. And Larry Bird did it too, but he did it, what, like 27 points a game, 26, something like that.
I give
Durant
it
is the
that.
only person to do it with 30 plus points.
And Westbrook missed most of the year.
And Curry, but Curry barely made it by 0.1. His second MVP, 30.1. Durant outscored him by 3 and did that shit. Without Klay Thompson.
I see. I get what you're saying and shit, but I don't know, bro. That shit that Harden was doing was just different, bro. I'm telling
I'm
you.
taking 14 Durant,
Nah,
bro.
hold
Because
up.
I know when Harden was back there was back then was doing that shit, niggas was on Harden's dick every fucking night about that shit. Like, yo, Harden's doing this, Harden's doing that, Harden's doing this. Don't forget what the fuck Harden was doing.
Was they not
bro.
hype about Durant?
Yeah, they was hype
Every
about
year,
Durant.
basically, too? After
They was hype
2010?
about Durant, but come on, bro.
I mean, I gotta look at the way they got buckets. So the thing is, KD 7-footer. You know what I'm saying? Harden, everyone was. Hold up. The way we spoke about Dwight Howard before is how people were talking about Harden and his fucking step backs. His step backs became legendary. His fucking step back
100%.
threes.
He's another
the double
disrespected
step back
legend.
shit. The fucking Euro steps, the floaters. He was doing. He was getting buckets in a crazy fashion every night. Oh my god! I just can't. Dude, that peak
No, I
was
respect him.
crazy.
He's a top 5 scorer, but I think Durant edges him out. Like Justin said, 88, Jordan edges him out. I think it's better than 06 Kobe, though. I do think it's better than 06 Kobe. And, you know,
I don't know, man. I wish I could go back to those
you could
times.
pick a random Bron year, too.
Bronnier?
A
For
random,
what? Ben and what?
a random Bron year. I'm just saying, as a top 5 scorer of all time. Any random Bron year, bro. Bron averaged 31, bro. In the mid 2000s.
That was what, 06, right?
And he didn't even win MVP.
He didn't?
I don't
What was
even.
the
Was
roster?
that the year he won the scoring title or no? I don't think so.
What was the roster?
That's the most he
I
averaged,
think-
but then won the
I
scoring
think
title.
Kobe won it that year.
Garbage. Straight
Garbage.
garbage. Oh yeah, if you're saying 06, that was
average
Kobe
31,
averaging
yeah.
35.
If I'm him. I
was
have to
garbage.
average 31.
Matter of fact, check that.
You said that team was garbage, right?
Well,
It
Yeah,
was.
31.4.
Yeah, I'm saying,
that was
I-
06.
But that also
31.
means all the defensive focus is on you.
He led the league in 08.
Oh wait,
He averaged 30 flat.
but his highest is 31 in 06, right? Or
Yeah,
05.
30, 06, 31.4.
This all came from talking about fucking Giannis.
Yeah, because we're talking
Yeah.
about OKC and
Holy
Shea
sh-
Glitz. Because you mentioned Shea Glitz, and I am tired of it. Shea's phenomenal. He's talented, but I think I did this rant last week or 2 weeks ago. We don't got to compare him to Mike Kobe, and even Harden to this extent as a scorer yet. I'm sorry, his season's not as impressive as D said, 18-19 Harden.
I mean, you know how we complain about the league not running good narratives on the young players?
100%.
So you see what they're trying to push. So
I respect
it's
it.
actually not that bad. It's just kind of disrespectful because it's like, come on, we know what
You don't got to shit on the old guys, my point.
Yeah, word. But like we were talking about the Giannis shit originally. I think I like the Justin approach. It's like the GM should really have a conversation with him. And they should mutually agree to what they want to do. Because I'm not trading my one of my GOAT franchise players.
Your GOAT franchise player, actually. He's better than Kareem.
Okay, well I don't want to disagree. So
Kareem is a buck.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to disrespect my GOAT franchise player and just be like, oh, we're trading him, because then everyone would hate the GM forever. But like, come to a mutual agreement on what you want to do, and then just do it. You know, it probably will be a fucking trade, and it probably will be like Houston that is knocking on the door first.
But before we transition, the one thing I do want to say though is, if I'm Milwaukee too, I don't even feel like there's a failure. When you're a small market franchise, and again, I don't want him to leave. I want him to stay a Buck till he retires. But if you do have to move on from him, I wouldn't view any of this as a failure. You won a championship, and when you're one of those smaller like markets, you kind of cherish that shit for a long fucking time. So that's same thing with the Cavs. They're gonna cherish that 2016 ring for a long time. The Mavs, before they got Luka and they knew Luka existed, they probably would have cherished 2011 a lot. But now that they got Luka and lost him, feels like a what if, unfortunately. But like a lot of teams, bro, like that's that small. If the Timberwolves got a ring this year, that shit will get remembered for the next 30 years in Minnesota. So I wouldn't feel like it's a failure at all, because you're never gonna sign a superstar. This was the way to do it. You drafted a guy outside the lottery, developed him. No one had any expectations for him to even be an all-star, and he got this good. I don't see it as a failure at all. And like I said, he is the GOAT of the fucking franchise. Shout out to him. Stay in the division, though. I think it's time that we respect Josh Giddey, and we put that nickname that you gave him for whatever reason to the side. We don't got to do that anymore. He's frying.
Yeah.
He's frying. Kobe White's frying. I'm happy for the Bulls. I'm happy for you specifically, Nick. But is this the right thing to do? I mean, I guess it's too late to tank, so why not go all in, you know? So I just want to give a shout out to them. Dave, you fucking with Josh Giddey right now?
I am. I'll be honest. I mean, I didn't want to address the shit that happened last year, because now he's hooping. Everyone kind of forgot about it already. Like, and that's good. You know, I was happy when he hit that bucket, when he hit the game winner yesterday. I was looking for the hate comments, you know, about whatever happened, and I was like, I didn't see much, and I was like, finally, you know, people were realizing that shit wasn't even like what it was. You know, everyone's social media was being fucking dick suckers basically, off like incorrect facts. And, you know, everyone now sees that he's hooping and stuff. Hopefully this stuff continues and the Bulls progress next year. I don't know what they're going to do really, but, you know, they keep getting better, because all that matters at the end of the day is they become a playoff team and eventually start playing like that, playing for more than that. But obviously, who knows what they're going to need, whether it's going to have to trade half the team or whatnot. But it's good to see that he's found his spot. And that trade with the Thunder wasn't even a bad trade.
It's not a fleece anymore.
It wasn't a fleece. Mm-hmm. It was a pretty good trade for both sides.
Yeah, I clown that trade, yo.
Stop making not like us edits with Josh Giddey highlights.
Wait, is he doing that?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
I'm gonna have to,
especially straight to the A minor part. So
yeah,
we gotta retire that shit.
Apologize to Josh Giddey. Because
this is what I wanted. This is why I put it here.
I thought I was going to end the pod or something. I think I'm going to have to leave.
I might have to apologize to Josh Giddey because I came up with that nickname. Actually, no, I don't think I came up with that.
All right, let's relax.
Well, I brought it to the pod.
Yeah.
And then I clowned the fuck out of that trade. But I wrote it down here. Since the Levine trade, Josh Giddey's averaging 21 points a game. Jeez. And then I'm rounding here, 9 rebounds, 8 assists. 50% from 3 on like 4 attempts, and like 53% from the field, or 52% from the field. So right now he's fucking dogging right now. And Kobe White is doing his thing. And the way he's been playing the last couple games has been insane. Like Dave pointed out the other night, he almost had a fucking quadruple double. He's 2 steals away.
Dude,
he's been getting triple doubles like crazy. And the Bulls, it's been crazy to watch them, seeing Modest Buzelis get more burn and him having crazy games, because that first Lakers game, Modest went fucking crazy. He had like 31 or some shit. So to see what they've been able to do has been real fun. Kind of sucks that they're winning though, because I'm like, I want to see them get a draft pick. Maybe it still happens, but
And I'm a Cooper Flag.
I wasn't
They
even.
would have to rig that shit.
I wasn't even thinking about Cooper Flag for them, to be honest. I was hoping they get somebody like fucking Derek Queen or some shit
I'll be tough.
just to get Vucevic the hell out of there. But
Wherever he gets a job.
yeah. But I like what this team got going on. They got too many guards. Obviously, they might have to move off of some. Patrick Williams is whatever. But you got your two guys right
Just threw
there.
that shit in there.
You have
It's
your,
true though. He don't do shit.
it's true. I remember when that draft happened and they picked him. I was like, what? But they have their backcourt solidified right now. I just think that, and I like what I see from Modest, so he could be that forward wing right there. And to me, what they're missing is that big man.
D, how you feeling about Josh Giddey, bro?
I don't really got much to say about Josh Giddey. I'm just happy that he's balling. That's it.
You putting the jokes to rest?
I mean, I never really started the jokes. You feel me? Like I didn't really care for anything. And when he got traded to the Bulls, I actually thought it was a good thing for him because people forgetting that Josh Giddey was supposed to be nice, especially when he was on the Thunder. So that's why I'm not even surprised about what he's doing right now. To be honest,
He'll be an all-star.
yeah.
Once, not next year.
Yeah.
Eventually, he'll make one all-star game. He has the play style for that shit. He gets the numbers up. He could easily be fucking 18, 8 and 8 with some steals. Like that's gonna be all-star numbers. DeJounte Murray makes an all-star game with those numbers. I'm pretty sure.
Imagine D'Antoni's like, I'll take the job.
Oh shit!
Wait, he's not retired?
I mean, I don't think
Are coaches ever retired though?
Yeah.
Fully?
I don't know. I feel like D'Antoni.
Unless he's like a Phil Jackson.
Because the last team he coached was what, the Rockets.
The
right?
Rockets. But he was
done.
He was an assistant though in Philly, right?
I think.
Oh,
If I'm not mistaken, he was an assistant in Philly.
He was.
For the right price, he'll get out of bed.
Dude, I missed D'Antoni ball.
Me too.
We need that shit back.
He's busy drinking his prune juice though, so maybe he's done up. I ain't gonna lie.
He'll be fire on the Bulls. Holy.
I would be so fucking gassed to watch that shit. Final topic, Justin. I'll let you take the floor with the LeBron shit.
Oh.
Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, LeBron, Stephen
LeBron
A
had
shit. I mean, this week has been crazy with LeBron, Stephen A beef. Pause. You got what was it? LeBron went on Pat McAfee.
Pat McAfee. First of all, there was a lot of outrage about that. You saw that?
Yeah.
What?
He was cutting hella promo.
No, it's not even that. It was
What?
People don't
I
like
watched
Pat
the whole
McAfee.
thing.
People don't
No,
like
the
Pat
whole thing.
McAfee.
It was like African Americans basically saying, "Oh, why did you go on the white man show when he could have went on these other people's shows?"
You know what? I'm not gonna even say nothing. Because I'm not gonna even say nothing. For my fellow brothers and sisters, please calm down. Like, come on. It's just a podcast show. Like, calm the fuck down. That's what I'm gonna say. And no, I'm not fucking whitewashed or anything. Just before y'all say that, I fuck with Dr. Umar and everything. Okay, so yeah. As you say, though.
I doesn't.
I'm just imagining Dr. Umar cutting like a Josh promo. Just the way he be talking so fast, yo. But yeah, LeBron was on Pat McAfee, and then Stephen A cut his 15-minute promo on First Take talking about everything that went down. But Stephen A just keeps changing his story. First, it was LeBron confronted me because I was talking about Bronny. Then it was, nah, I wasn't talking about Bronny. I was talking about you. And then now, he's like, oh, Bron don't like me because I don't think he's the GOAT. I think he's number 2. So now Stephen A keeps changing his story, and it's like very inconsistent. We don't know who to trust. And LeBron didn't even talk about him for that much. And we see the back and forth, Stephen A saying all this bullshit. He's just blabbing, just yapping right now. And I think for LeBron, it's funny because he posted that video of Stephen A boxing, and then Stephen A saying that bullshit like, if he put his hands on me, I would have swung ASAP. So I think it's just a lot of BS. I think LeBron was right though. He kind of like completely missed the point. Like obviously you could talk about athletes and stuff like that, but Stephen A just decided to go a different route. He's talking about LeBron like, oh, you going personal and shit, even though that wasn't the case. And then you see all the shit that I brought up, and Stephen A talking about changing the stories and shit. He's clearly lying because he went up and he started getting personal too, talking about LeBron didn't go to Kobe's memorial service. When literally LA Times was like, nah, Bron was there. He just requested nobody record him or take pictures of him. And then him talking about the D Wade, him not going to his Hall of Fame shit when that was around the time Bronny had his heart thing. So it was like kind of some weak shit by Stephen A. Yeah. But I get it. Stephen A is the type of motherfucker, he wants the spotlight at all times. And you see it. Like when him and Max was doing First Take, he was not fucking with Max. When fucking T.O. said, yo, Max is blacker than you, Stephen A was tight as fuck. You saw how tight he was. So I think this is all just like, I know some people say it looked good for Stephen A because it's more publicity and there's no such thing as bad publicity, but I think it just makes Stephen A look like a goofball. And the fact that LeBron hit a game winner that same night is funny as fuck to me too.
Nah, so Justin, I agree 100%. I think the problem with sports media is nowadays is it's all about clicks and generating engagement. So like when you see like Instagram, like the Bleacher Report account on TikTok, they post Bronny on the sideline clapping his hands. It's like Bronny got hyped for this bucket, and everyone in the comments is just clowning Bleacher Report. It's like, y'all really fucking posted this? Like people don't realize it's just about engagement nowadays. It's about getting eyeballs. So when they get those advertisements, they get money for it. But Stephen A is not a sports reporter anymore. He is a drama. He's a drama guy. He's looking for a way to get clicks. So talking about LeBron is the easiest way to get clicks. You know, he's the biggest name in basketball. He's one of the greatest players of all time, if not the greatest. And that whole drama with, like how LeBron said, Stephen A couldn't wait to talk about it on his fucking show. He couldn't wait. And the way, you know, Stephen A attacked him personally was crazy. And the way the initial Bronny situation happened was crazy. Like, he was like, how you gonna let your son go out there? Like, no, bro, you gotta talk about Bronny as a professional. You can't talk about him as being LeBron's son and why is LeBron letting him do this? Like, you gotta be like, you know, Bronny James not playing well as a basketball player. You know, maybe he's not ready to be an NBA player. That would have been maybe more appropriate to say, but to say, like, basically LeBron is a bad father for letting him go out there and embarrass himself and stuff like that. That's where it got personal. That's where LeBron was like, that's where he walked up to him. And then, you know, the way it all got to, oh, I would have punched him if he touched me or whatever like that. No, that's just a bad look. Dude, that's just a bad look. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, and he got clowned. Stephen A's reputation is in the gutter. You know what I'm saying? And I saw that clip from Joel's pod about Max Kellerman and stuff like that. How he was saying that, you know, Stephen A just didn't like that Max was on the right side of history when it came to a lot of takes. That's why he became so anti-Max and basically got him off the show. But, you know, Stephen A is the poster boy of ESPN. He is the highest paid guy there, you know. When we're sitting here missing guys like Jeff Van Gundy and Mark Jackson presenting on TNT, ESPN and stuff like that, is because they decided, you know, we're gonna go all in on Stephen A. You know, gave him $20 million a year to be a television host and a commentator during NBA games or whatever. So, bro, it's tough, man. Like, the whole LeBron situation is absolutely hilarious. LeBron, he looks really good in this situation. The Stephen A looks bad bringing up the funeral stuff, bringing up the D-Wade stuff. And, you know, it probably won't be the end of it because him even lying about the funeral stuff, I'd be surprised if LeBron doesn't come out and say, like, that's fucking ridiculous. Like, why would you lie about some shit like that?
Do you think that he actually knew, though? Or you think he was just making it up?
I mean, I'll be honest. I never heard anything about it if LeBron was there or not when Kobe had the funeral. So, like, Stephen A probably just was like, well, I never heard anything about LeBron being there or speaking at the funeral, so fucking let's just throw this shit out there. But the publicity thing, the good publicity, bad publicity, I mean, bro, it is bad publicity, but really bad. It is doing numbers for him. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, Stephen A, I don't think he's probably the most he's ever been talked about in his whole career just from this shit. And the whole thing people are talking about now too is Skip Bayless been hating on LeBron his whole fucking career and never got mentioned once.
20 years straight, bro.
But now Stephen A is getting all the fucking shit from LeBron. Yeah. And LeBron's airing shit out now because now it's time. Like, now is the end of the career. But I know we're going to get to you guys talking first, but that Cavalier shit was questionable. That one topic about the lottery.
Yeah.
Hey, I've been saying this shit forever. Like, that shit is rigged as fuck.
That shit was rigged. But the one thing I want to say, though, because I know I've been quiet most of the time, I've been trying not to laugh. to piggyback on Dave's thing of them, Kendrick Perkins trying to make it controversial. This is my favorite part. That made me laugh. He was like, why are you doing a podcast? Why are you doing Mind the Game with Steve Nash and JJ Redick? Why not do it with Channing Frye and Richard Jefferson? I was like, you think I really want to watch Channing Frye over 2-time MVP Steve Nash? Are you fucking serious? So that shit had me rolling. I ain't gonna lie. So, yo, bro, that shit was funny. And then on Braun's side, what was funny to me was the Brian Windhorst shit, him airing that shit out.
That was
He's
funny.
like, this guy, he talks like he's my fucking best friend. He's like, these guys are weirdos. That shit had me rolling, bro.
LeBron don't give a fuck.
I know Brian Windhorst was tight as fuck. So, bro, big shots to LeBron, bro. He's taking the high ground for like 20 years now. How long has Skip Bayless been hating on him? 18 years, 20 years. It's been a
His whole
decent
career.
long time. Yeah, maybe about like 20 years straight, bro. You know, like just talking about another man hating on him this entire time, trying to make money off of it. So fuck Skip Bayless. I'm happy Bron ain't respond to him. Stephen A is going way too far. I'm glad Bron said he's going on a Taylor Swift tour right now for the publicity, but Bron absolutely is coming out of this looking golden, even with all the shit that he was talking. And like Dave alluded to, yeah, we all know the draft was rigged, Bron. We're not stupid. We all know what was going to happen.
Honestly, I didn't know.
You didn't think it was rigged for Cleveland to
That
get
shit
Bron?
was rigged as fuck, bro.
I mean, I knew like they was like obviously a fucking terrible ass team.
Them, the Nuggets, and the Grizzlies were all terrible. And then
I
the
think
Grizzlies pick went to the Pistons. If the
I was about to
Grizzlies...
say, didn't it go to the Pistons?
Yeah, the Grizzlies pick was top 1 protected.
I think the Nuggets were the worst team in the league.
The Nuggets were worse than the Cavs, yeah.
Wait, hold up. The Grizzlies shit was top 1 protected.
So if it was the first pick... Yeah, no,
What
for
the
real.
fuck is that?
Deadass, look it up. I've never heard of that.
2K?
No.
That's what I'm like. What the
Top
fuck?
3
That's
exists.
stupid as shit.
That's stupid as fuck.
Y'all can look it up, though. It's real.
Nah, I believe
The
you.
Grizzlies pick was top 1 protected. That's why if you play 2K and you do the Kobe era, if you play as a Grizzlies, which I did, and I was terrible, I got the first fucking pick, and I ended up getting Bron.
Wait, hold up. They have that shit in like the
I
Grizzlies?
think it's top 3 protected because you can't do top
That's
1.
what I'm saying because
But in
they
real
always
life-
give they always give it to the fucking Pistons.
In real life, it's top 1 protected, though.
That's crazy.
I don't think
never
you'll
heard of
ever
that
see
shit.
the Pistons with a top number 1 pick, though, in that game.
Yeah, nah.
You can't.
They usually get like the number 2, number 3, number 4.
That's my point. So maybe they did put it where only for that year is top 1 protected. I don't know, to be honest with you. But when I was a Grizzlies, I did it. I was trash and I got the number 1 pick. And I got Bron. So I don't know what it
Yeah,
was.
bro,
that
that shit
but
was rigged as fuck.
that pick
didn't
is
know.
top 1. I'll look
It-
for the
it-
trade.
It was definitely rigged as fuck, bro.
I mean, yeah, when I saw like the pocket and Braun was explaining, I was like, yeah, it kind of do sound rigged. now
And
that
then
I
he
think
said
about
the
it.
D-Rose shit, which
Yeah.
I've mentioned here before. Like that shit was rigged as fuck.
He said Patrick Ewing.
Yeah, that was rigged. Those Cleveland ones, the Kyrie one wasn't rigged, but the Anthony Bennett and
No, the Andrew Wiggins.
Andrew
one.
Wiggins,
That
was
shit
those was
fucking
rigged.
Yeah.
Anthony Davis one was rigged too.
You think so?
Yeah.
It was because they lost
Pelicans needed-
CP3.
Yeah, I was about to say
NBA
Pelicans-
had
I mean,
the
well,
NBA
Hornets
owned
needed
the
someone.
Hornets at the time.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Yeah, those shits was rigged. I'm trying to think what else was rigged.
I mean, LeBron
Oh, the
is-
Zion one was rigged too.
Yes,
Yeah,
that
yes.
was rigged as
Oh
fuck.
my god.
That
I'll
was
never forget
so
that
rigged.
shit.
You're telling me
I'll never forget that
You're
shit.
telling me the worst record in the league has a 25% chance. The year the Knicks had the worst record in the league, they decided to
17 and
change that shit.
65.
They changed it.
By
Remember that
the
shit.
way, hold up. Who do you think the Pistons traded to get that pick?
Who they traded to get that pick?
Who did Memphis get in this shit? Well, Vancouver get in this
I
trade.
don't fucking know.
Y'all not gonna know, huh?
No, I was saying something dumb. It's wrong.
I thought you were about to say Zach LaVine. I was like,
I'm
what?
trying to think because I always played the fucking Kobe era. That's
Just think
why.
of a random ass player, bro. You too. Think of a 90s.
can't.
The one hint I'll give you is a champion in the 90s.
Mark Aguirre.
No, I don't know.
Dave.
I could not tell you.
What part of the night?
Otis
wait.
Thorpe.
Yeah, I wasn't getting that shit.
Are you serious?
Otis Thorpe.
He was on the
To get
Rockets,
the
right?
second pick. He won the championship with the
Wait, they
Rockets.
just traded him. That's it.
What the fuck?
Otis Thorpe for the pick.
We had some
Nothing
stupid
else.
ass GMs back
Yeah.
then.
Back then, bro, there's a lot of
Fuck.
dumb GMs. GMs didn't care about picks. That's why the KG trade, it wasn't that many picks. It was just 5 or 6 players. You had like Al Jefferson. You had a bunch of these fucking guys.
Yeah.
Allen Ray.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's like opposite.
Now it's opposite. Now you want the picks because they smartened up, obviously.
And now like the talent pool every draft is like could be
I wonder
elite.
which trade fucked that up. Like it was like, oh shit,
Let's get picks.
like we should get picked.
I don't know. Maybe.
You think it was the Nets Celtics?
I was about to say maybe it was that.
Yeah, it might have been that trade.
What the worst like trade as a
No,
like-
just to what made people think, damn, let's trade for picks instead of players. I
Yeah.
think it was
Oh
that.
yeah. I think
It might have been that trade.
You guys ready for my favorite part of the show?
What?
The sponsor.
Your Royal Honey MVP of the week. Sponsored unofficially by Royal Honey. Still waiting for you guys to hit me up. 20 grams of net weight. Is there any like ingredients in this shit that I could read off? Honey, tribulus, liledium, peruvium, macao, Eurocoma longifolia, and Panix ginseng.
He put that
Wait,
shit.
hold up.
that
Before
one
you
sounds
finish
crazy.
off with the honey pack, I got to talk about the honey pack after you're done.
Okay, yeah. After we announce the MVP,
He put that shit in my bev at the club. I was solid for like a couple hours.
Whoa.
Fuck. Damn. All right.
I mean, hold on. You knew that and he knew that.
but I don't.
but
but
damn,
they
I
didn't know that.
that's
All
what
right,
I'm
they didn't know that.
We
Listen,
was gonna talk about that. I was,
maybe hopefully they don't get
I was
to
gonna
this
say
part.
something else about the honey pack.
Oh man.
And if they get to this part, they're real ones.
Yeah, I split it with Dave. I also split it with Max one time. So
Wait, hold on. Wait. To find when we find girls, that's how we split it.
well, no, I only split it just because I didn't want you guys to waste the other half. So I gave you half because I knew if you had the whole thing, because you already said a couple hours, you would have been cooked.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to throw it out. I didn't want to put it in my pocket and get my pocket sick. So I said, fuck it, I'll just take it. So Royal Honey MVP of the week, guys. I got 4 guys. We got Kobe White. He had 36, 3-2, 37, 3-4, and then 26, 3-9. Bulls is 3-0 because they cooking right now on a win streak. Paolo. Love you, bro. One of my favorite players in the league. 30-7, 32, 7-6, and then 35, 10-4. Magic was 2-1. We got Kobe White's teammate, Josh Giddey, now getting his respect. 15, 10, 17 with 8 steals, I wish you got the quad dub, bro, for real. 26, 7-9, 25, 14, 11. Obviously, you already know 3-0. And then hometown boy Cat, 31-11, 26, 12-11, 34, 14-4. Knicks is 2-1 in that span. Guys, MVP of the week. Y'all can decide.
Get a fire.
Giddey?
I'm gonna go with Josh Giddey.
Damn, so D, your pick doesn't really matter, but who would you have picked?
I would have picked probably Josh Giddey or Kobe.
This is like really bad image for him to get it, but Josh Giddey, Royal Honey MVP of the week. I don't know if that's good optics or not, but congratulations.
I only picked him because the game winner yesterday. Stats were good too.
Fuck the game winner. To me, it's the quad dub, the near quad dub that moves me.
Hold on. I can
Yeah,
see
second would have been
What's
Kobe
your
White
honey
for me
pack
too.
story?
It's not a story, but guys, I just want to say, y'all might want to invest into the fucking Royal Honey. This shit has you doing fucking tricks that you thought that you never could fucking do ever in your fucking life.
You'll feel
I
like
promise
you'll feel like Dread if you know who that is.
Yeah, you feel like him, but I'm just telling you, if you really want to have a good fuck, you might want to cop the Royal Honey. I swear to you, you staying up all fucking night throughout the day.
But you mean like stay awake, right?
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
It's the most he talked all pod about the Royal Honey.
We're trying to get the spot. You know how all these YouTubers and podcasters, they have a deal with Blue Chew. Fuck Blue Chew. I want to deal with Royal Honey. Some people even have a deal with Roe. Who fucking uses Roe?
Fuck that. Get the Royal Honey.
Yeah, get the Royal Honey. This is natural.
If they actually make it official, I will come here with Dave's Hot Chicken or Popeye's biscuits and pour that shit on my biscuit and eat that shit.
I will-
From-
You heard that, Royal Honey?
I
We
will-
want you. They want you.
I'll pour this shit in a bev, bro. That ass. But I need a big ass like Royal Honey pack, like a not with obviously honey in it, but like a model. You know how when people are sponsored by like cup of noodles and shit, they got a big ass cup of noodles. I want a big ass honey pack.
Yeah.
And just put it in the back or something. So shout out to Royal Honey. Guys, any shout outs? We'll start with Dave.
Nah, man. I don't have a shout out. I'm fucking tired.
No Colombia, no
Shout
nothing.
out.
Look, shout out Deportivo Cali, bro. This is a shirt from I got from Colombia. Best team in Colombia soccer. I'm not gonna talk about Colombia soccer because they are a fucking disgrace.
Shout out to Paraguay.
Shout out to Arsenal. They're about to beat Real Madrid in the Champions League quarterfinals, and we all know that. So come on, boys. And Yeah, it was fun. Yeah. Hand it over to the next one.
I mean, no, guess first.
Nah, yeah, I go. I'll just go. I thought I'd go last.
You're the guest.
Oh shit.
Do you not want to go yet? You don't have one? You want to skip for
I
now?
want to think. Yeah.
Okay.
That's why.
My shout out is going to Austin Wells. Thank you so much. I love you.
Shit.
And shout out to the Yankees. I hope you get another one tomorrow when
Shout
we go
out
to the game.
Volpe too.
Who?
Volpe.
Oh, shout out Volpe. I thought you said Mobley. I was like, why Mobley?
Nah.
Shout out to Anthony Volpe. Shout out to Rodon. I guess the beard is helping him. But shout out to all them boys, bro. I love you guys. Please make a good run to playoffs.
Yeah.
We need to bring home the trophy.
Shout out Cooper Flag. Shout out Duke.
Here comes the Glaze.
36-7 with 3 blocks. National Player of the Year, by the way.
I want them to lose so badly, bro.
Could you name the other 3 freshmen that won National Player of the Year?
Ever?
Yeah. It's honestly
Anthony Davis.
Yes.
That's the easiest one. I don't think Zion did it. Did he? It wasn't Zion.
Yeah.
He did?
Yeah.
Wow. It's not Kyrie. He didn't play
There's
enough.
one more.
It's not John Wall.
You should get him, to be
What
honest.
era? Like the past 15 years?
Carmelo Anthony.
Wow. That's
No.
like, what?
Yeah, he didn't get it.
Who the fuck won that year?
03. I don't know.
It's okay if you don't know, but holy shit.
I don't know who won it. I'm about to go back and check, to be
He was
honest.
the best. He had like the best freshman campaign ever until AD pulled up. But it's recent though?
No.
Era. Like decade.
I feel like once I say it, you're going to know.
Just pick it, bro. I might not. You know I'm not good with college.
2000s.
2000s?
Yeah.
Freshman the 2000s.
I was trying to think.
You're going to get it.
I'm trying to think of number 1 overall picks, bro. Was he number 1 overall pick?
It literally would have been Melo. That would have been my guess. It's not Rashad.
Was he a number 1?
D-Rose.
No.
Oh, fuck.
Nigga said D Rose.
Yeah, he was hooping, bro. He got to the championship game. I don't know, Justin. I tap out. I don't know about you guys.
Nah, you got to keep going, bro, because you're...
Was he a number 1 overall pick?
No.
Oh,
That's
damn.
not gonna help. Blake Griffin. No, he's number 1. I'm stupid. Kemba. That's a good one.
He said 2000s.
But he said 2000s, though.
2010s. Freshman?
Not Chris Paul.
I was about to say Darren Williams.
Mm-mm.
It's not Jeff Teague, obviously. It's
Hell
not,
no.
It's not Harden. Harden did 2 years for a reason.
No.
It's not Gil. Damn, I'm cooked.
Damn, not Carmelo is crazy.
It's not Elton Brand.
This is a guy you know. Like,
It's not
we
D-Wade.
talked about him today on the pod.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Chris Middleton. It's like, nah.
It's not Dwight. He didn't go to college. What the fuck?
No, it's not Dwight.
It's obviously not Ja. It's not Dame. It's
Y'all
not
might laugh
Giddey.
when I tell you who won the Melo year.
Who?
TJ Ford.
I don't know what that
Never mind.
is.
I know who that is.
The one with the big ass.
TJ Ford.
Yeah, I know
That's the
TJ Ford.
That's the one with the spinal shit.
I don't know about that shit,
Did he
but
get
I know
injured?
who he is.
Yeah, he did get
in the
injured.
NBA.
I heard his name, but
He got drafted to the Bucks in 03. He had the baggy ass shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, but did he get injured on the Spurs?
I think so, yeah.
That ended his career.
Kevin Durant.
Yes.
There we
Oh,
go.
KD?
I had to think about it. I
Oh,
was like, wait a
man.
second. That era. I was
How
like,
the
LaMarcus
fuck-
Aldridge. I was like, no, not
Only
CP3.
freshmen to win
Texas.
National Player of the Year is Kevin Durant, AD, Zion, Cooper Flag.
How did we not know that?
Yeah, it's
Because the number one thing was throwing us off. Kevin Durant was number 2.
yeah.
Damn.
So that's all your shout outs.
Yeah.
Go
Wait,
Bama.
Dequan.
Go Bama.
Dequan, shout out.
You
I
gonna
wanna
shout
give
out your
a-
hood?
That's funny. Nah, I want to give a big shout out to actually a throwback hooper. I'm gonna give a shout out to my boy Brandon Roy.
Very
Mad
random.
random. But it's because I saw like a highlight video of him the other day, and I felt like
I thought it was like his
he
birthday.
doesn't get appreciated enough. You feel me? He could have been a future Hall of Famer. I feel like future legend.
Shout out to him.
That's my dog. Yeah.
That's it.
Q
Just
LeBron.
Brandon Roy. Just Brandon Roy.
Yeah.
No Monte Ellis love. I'm gonna shout out Monte
I
Ellis
like
every episode.
Monte. He was cool.
Shout out to Monte Ellis. Justin, walk us out of here, bro. I really want to use this already.
If you guys are listening on audio, please give us 5
Yeah,
stars.
Batty
Please
Hub.
like. If you guys are watching on YouTube, please like, please subscribe. Follow us on TikTok at the J&J Podcast. We appreciate you guys. We'll see you.
Do you want to shout out you guys' socials, by the way? I'm so sorry.
Shout out to Saratoga Water and Ashton Hall.
All
Make
right,
sure to do
bro.
your
We're not doing
face
that
dumps
shit.
in those bowls.
Bro, that's just old already. That's it.
Dude, he's doing a video with Mr. Beast.
You want to shout out your socials?
Nah.
Dave?
Not really.
Nah, man.
Batty Hub. Get us a sponsor too, bro. Batty Hub and Royal Honey.
How the
That's the
fuck-
2 sponsorships I want.
Shout out Batty Hub.
How am I going to get a Batty Hub
I was
sponsorship?
like, how do you need a Batty Hub sponsorship?
I'll wear like a Batty Hub t-shirt. But yeah, follow us. Follow them if you find them. And peace.
Peace.